How you doing, folks? I'm Trenius Henderson here once again, tuned into the infamous Living Room Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Symptoms: your third eye is open and your pineal gland is activated. This is very, very, very important stuff. If you're watching this video, first and foremost, I want to say congratulations. You're one of the chosen few who actually made it to this point of your third eye opening. And I'm going to tell you how you should know that your third eye opening, give you all the symptoms and stuff, that your pineal gland is activated. If this stuff doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't matter, because 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video and you have some type of notion that you think that your third eye is open, folks, your third eye is open. So I need you to hear me from your third eye point of view, if that makes any sense. So let's get right down into it. So the first symptom that you will experience to know that your pineal gland is activated or your third eye is opening is that once upon a time you didn't realize this, but now you realize how energy is important. You're like, energy? Energy? Once upon a time it was just like this science thing that we learned in science class, but now it's like, wow. So you mean to tell me everything that I've been learning about life, this energy stuff is very important? Yes, energy is very important. Everything in the universe is vibrating. I'm pretty sure you've heard of that. Everything is vibrating. You just can't see it with the naked eye, but like on a really tiny quantum microscopic level, everything is vibrating. Even we are vibrating. Have you ever laid down to meditate and you're so still that you notice that your heartbeat is actually shaking your body? Do that next time you meditate. So that's the first thing that you will notice when your third eye is beginning to open. The second thing is, folks, you will begin to have an audacity to want to break bad habits. Like you just get tired of being your old self. You notice like something needs to change. Like once upon a time you used to do this, but now you start to feel like, you know what, I want to do this. I want to do this. I don't want to do that anymore. And people around you won't be able to understand, like your wife, your husband. They just simply won't be able to understand you because they have not got to that point yet where their third eye is open. And so, they're still hip to the old things. They're still, thriving off of negative energy maybe. And it's okay because everybody's gonna get their turn. But you just begin to get in the mind state of like, you know what, I don't want to do the old things anymore. I want to do more new things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the second sign and symptom that you have activated your pineal gland. The third one is you will have a tendency to just notice negative people all around you. Everywhere you go, it's like you will have this sixth sense that that's a negative person. That's a negative person. You can tell by somebody's way of dressing. I mean, I know it's not stereotyping, but it's like we see things on a sixth sense level that, the naked eye can't see because our third eye is open. And so it's like when you see people in certain pieces of apparel, it's like you can immediately just size them up with the designs on their shirt, with the image on the shirt that they are wearing, the way they're wearing their pants, their walk, their body language, all of that shows, cues as to whether or not they're a negative and positive person. And since your third eye is open, the energy is important, so you're trying so hard to make sure that you refrain from being around negative people. So that's another sign. You will begin to just notice negative people and negative energies everywhere, and you don't want to go around them. The fourth sign and symptom is that you will become very, very sensitive. Like, not crybaby sensitive, like, not like, I love you, baby. Some of you might be like, I love you, baby. All the men out there be like, baby, can I lay on you? Baby, can I have a kiss? The women be like, huh? He don't never ask me for no kiss. The men be like, baby, why you ain't holding my hand? She be like, what? This is a mall. We ain't never your hands in the mall, but okay, baby, I'll hold your hand. Thank you, baby. The men get all sensitive. His third eye is opening, girl. He becoming a good man. And so that's one thing that you will notice when your pineal gland is activated. You just become sensitive to everything, whether that's food, your environment, the relationships you're in, the way you feel. You become sensitive to your car and how your car drives. You might even notice that your car might need a tune-up or something. And the ride is so smooth, but I don't know, my tires are bad. I need to go get some new tires. You get out your car and go look at the tread on your tire. You be like, oh, okay, it's just it was just all in the mind. But I am working on this third eye thing, though, you know what I'm saying? So that's another sign, folks, that you are activating your pineal gland or opening your third eye. The next symptom is that you will go in this learning frenzy. Like you will be wanting to just learn everything. I remember when I first started spiritual awakening, man, I would read every book. Like I would go to the library like every week. I had so many late fees that I just had to go from library to library to library in different counties, because that county I had late fees of like $100 and I had to spend my whole paycheck to pay that, and then I had to go here for the time being and get books or whatever because I had late fees. I mean, I had so many books in my room stacked up like that. I was the guy walking out of the library like with books like that. You know, with the little belt buckle, around the book. I don't carry my book like that on the belt buckle. Like that. Like, they were like, who is him? Who is that boy right there? He must be really smart. You know, and so I went in this learning frenzy, and so I would go in my room, because I stayed with like my cousin at the time, and you know, a couple other people. We all stayed together because my families are pretty close. And so I would go in my room, I would close my door with my books, and I just lay them out on the bed, and I just like, yes, I love knowledge. I just read all day like a little nerd, and put my little glasses on, you know, I just read like, I love it. But this stuff is very fun. This stuff is interesting, man. Thumbs up if you agree. If this resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, folks. But you know, learning about enlightenment and spiritual awakening and stuff like about life is very, very fun. It's very, very interesting, and I don't see why nobody wouldn't want to learn about this stuff, because it's about life. It's the real stuff about life. The next symptom that you will notice that your third eye is opening is you will notice like synchronicities. When I say synchronicities, I mean like coincidences. You'll notice something that happened like right after you thought something, or you know, something that just fall right when you was thinking that something was gonna fall, or when you thought about somebody that was gonna call you, they just called you, or when you know, looked at the clock, it was like 11:11, and then you went and got this paper at this office, and at the top it was like, we need 111 canned foods. And you was like, oh man, that's just why I was sitting there looking at that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you will know the synchronicities over and over and over and over and over and over. And I always tell people this. This is why you're noticing these synchronicities. Not only because your third eye is opening and your pineal gland is activated, but what the universe is doing is showing you that it's aware of you. You know, it's also a reminder that you should be aware of your thoughts, because everything that you're thinking is creating your reality. Like, so protect your thoughts, protect your thought life, protect your mind. Always make sure that you're thinking positive thoughts, thoughts of love, thoughts of happiness, thoughts of joy, you know, thoughts of forgiveness, you know, if you've done some wrong things, you know what I mean? But you have to always be aware of the fact that you are consciously creating your reality. And so that's why you see these synchronicities, because the universe is reminding you that, hey, I'm thinking what you're thinking. That's basically what the universe is saying. I'm thinking exactly what you're thinking. I'm thinking what you're thinking. You thinking 222? I'm thinking 222. Okay, you thinking about master numbers? I'm thinking about master numbers. Oh. You thinking about girls? I'm thinking about girls too. Look, they go 1, they go 2, they go 3, 4 crossing your path right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a sign that your pineal gland is opening. The next thing that you will notice, which is the last thing, folks, and I'm sorry to be so long-winded, but it's important information that I feel like you need to know. You will feel very isolated. You will feel very isolated, and this is because people will notice a difference about you. People will notice that you're on a level of energy that they can't cope with like they used to. You know what I mean? They're not, most people that you're around on a regular basis, they're not really there yet. They don't understand about this energy, vibration, frequency stuff. They be like, what you talking about some witchcraft stuff? You talking about wizardry? Or you talking some crazy stuff, man? I don't know, that dude is real weird, man. He be on some crazy stuff, and I'm not gonna go around him, man. You hear what they be talking about over there? Yeah! Talk about the activational glands and the pineals. What's that? Pineals? Like, no. They just don't understand, folks. But that's okay, because, you know, in this moment of isolation, it helps you be more presently aware of who you are as an individual versus how you used to be. See, once upon a time, you used to be a person who thought about everybody else, just like people think about you now. That's why they can't focus on who they are and make themselves better so that they can make other people's lives better and the world a better place. But you was always giving out your energy to everybody else but yourself. And that's the problem with most people. They can't focus on themselves and activate and open their third eye, because they're always giving their energies out, and they don't have any energy for themselves at the beginning of the day, because yesterday they gave it all out. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very, very good if you're isolated. It's a good thing if you're on the island. Y'all see what Tom Hanks did in that movie Castaway, where he was on the island? Yeah, at first he was scared. Yeah, at first, you know, opening your third eye is scary. Nothing's right. You know, you're butt naked in the jungle, you know, out here. But you know, you begin to adapt to the ways of the jungle, and you start building things. You know what I'm saying? And you start finding out that you can use a coconut and carve a face in it and talk to it. You don't really need like people to always be there for you to make yourself feel validated. So do not take away the creativity of your kids, folks. It's very important. And so little kids, you know, you see how they are fearless. You see how they have imaginary friends and stuff like that. Little girl be pouring tea out the teacup like, this is for you, and this is for you. Let me pour you some. This is for you. Yeah, this is for you. And this is my special tea that I made. And people really be amazed. They're like, she is so adorable, isn't she? The reason why you're saying it is because this kid is isolated in her own mind about reality. She lives in a fantasy land, and in her fantasy land, it might be fantasy land in you, but she's happy. Kids are happier than adults are. You know, and that's what we want to be. We want to have these childlike tendencies. We want to show the universe that we don't know everything. We're not serious. God, please help us. Universe, please continue to use us for your own good. We want to be abundant. We want to be prosperous. We want to live a great life. But anyway, if this video resonated with you, make sure you give me a thumbs up, folks. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.